33 action-packed races. 25 competitors, all pushing it to the absolute limit. 11 intense race weekends, but only one champion. These 5 have put everything on the line to get here once before, but now they're about to do it again.
You arrive at a circuit on setup day, and everything's calm. Everything's quiet as well. It's round about one of the only times you'll ever get a peaceful, quiet racetrack. As we come back for the first day of track action, again, everything's calm, until you hear that hooter in the pit lane. The green lights flash around the circuit, and the bikes fire up to get warmed up in the pit lane. You can smell it in the air. You can see it in the riders' faces at this point as well. Adrenaline does kick in. Every racer gets nervous. Any racer that tells you they're not nervous, it's not telling you the truth. But then they go on the track and everything changes.
Through the weekend, there is the build to be on top in the races. Emotionally, it's like a roller coaster. It's probably like going to Tomorrowland and being absolutely off your head, partying like crazy with adrenaline, and then you have that massive come down on the Monday and Tuesday.
For me, it's like a slow build-up of adrenaline. So you just sort of like, Friday is a bit, and then Saturday is a build-up, and then Sunday's the peak because there's so much emphasis in racing, and that's like the peak for the main races. And I don't know if that's adrenaline or just expectation or pressure or what, but if you're doing bad times and you're sort of lower in the list than where you expect to be, it's sort of like almost there's less pressure because you don't have to repeat a good performance. But once you set like a real fast time on practice, then you sort of walk away thinking, well, I've got to do that again now in qualifying. And then if you do it in qualifying, then you're like, right, I've got to really up this for the race. And there's always like pressure and expectation and people like looking at me because I've already set this benchmark for myself and I did that. So it's self-inflicted. Now I've got to really step it up for the race.
For us watching, that's where the nerves start to come for us, the excitement for us, because we get to witness the speed, the skill, and the raw power of superbikes going around the circuit.
3 practices, you're sort of not on the limit, but you're close to it. You're setting the bike up, you're understanding it, so you're not fully attacking all the time. Whereas qualifying, a few times for me, has been sort of all out.
Exactly what I did today. I've crashed trying to go faster than the 32.7, and the feeling of doing that lap time, the rush is mental. So obviously the racers are heart rate's through the roof because it's 25 minutes, but that one lap trying to do your best lap time, the adrenaline and the rush is mental. Honestly, I've analysed this quite a lot, especially as I'm getting older. You know, like, why do we do it? Why do we take that risk? And you know, we've got kids, got family and whatever, and I'm either really, really selfish, but for me it's no risk. I'm doing it what I want to do. This is what I love to do, and I would do it, and I do it, even if I get paid or not.
There's so much relying on a good result that you push above and beyond the limit, and yeah, the feeling, it's almost like the start of it, you're nervous because you know what you've got to go out and do, and then during the lap the heart rate's up, the adrenaline's up, you forget about everything, whether you got any pain or think about anything before the session, it all disappears.
It's almost like you rehearsed so regularly being at the edge of the cliff, you know, that the seeing that drop isn't so scary anymore. It's not that the drop is any less dangerous, it's just that the fear of standing at the edge has become less because you've exposed yourself to it so many times.
I think the easiest way to explain it is that everything's in slow motion. Everything, like, you know, goes quiet, everything's in slow motion. You know, it's like a dream and you can't really recall certain things, but you're focused on what you're doing, and it's really weird. Then certain times in a race you can come out of that bubble, you know, lose concentration, or even when you crash, all of a sudden everything speeds up. You are doing 100 miles an hour and you're gonna, you know, slide so far, but when you're racing and doing those speeds, for me, none of that's even a thought process because it's all in slow motion.
I think the baseline is instinct, but the craftsmanship of winning a race is how it's thought.
So it's calculated risk. I mean, you don't go out and do something stupid that is sort of never going to work. You have your braking markers, you have your turning points, you have all them areas where you need to be on the track. But in qualifying or in a situation where you need to find a bit of time, you just nick a little bit here, nick a little bit there, and you sort of take a bit more risk than what you normally would.
But then as soon as that feeling becomes normal, you try and find a little bit more, because then you're outside of what feels normal again. So it's never ending. It's always like the point is getting sharper and sharper, and it's like you're trying to stay on that point for longer.
Out the box, remember how to ride Rolton Park, new brake pads, and then bang, 33. It's like 5 years ago. That's mental, absolutely mental.
When you're fighting for a win, the odds change. Like in 2019 when I was here, I didn't know the tracks, didn't know the tyres, but there was one key factor: I had to win the championship. Otherwise, my career was going to take a different turn.
The mental side of racing, I think, is 80%. You know, it's not about physical gym or any of the other stuff. I think it's a lot about your mental strength.
Until you win a championship, you're always expected to do that. But I think once you've won one, and you've won loads of races and podiums, and you've sort of proven yourself, then the sort of, for me anyway, not the pressure, but I know I can do it.
Every race there's a bit of expectation. Every race there's like a need for results and performance, but it's kind of like every race is just a percentage of that load that the championship is.
The rush is the easy part to film, but what the cameras don't show is what happens the half a second before it. The quiet, the doubt, and the decision to go anyway.
I love racing. Racing's it's really like, sometimes it's intense.
This place is just amazing. Like, we're camping on the infield. We've just got the best pitch, sat on top of the roof of our van, watching the corner, the bikes.
Just be around the engines, the thrill of it, it's quite good, isn't it? Yeah.
This is just throttle, control and rider. Can't beat it.
I need a lot of adrenaline to be racing at a good level. So when I'm fast, I'm scared. But I look for that because I know that's the area I need to be in to perform at the best of my ability.
When I won that championship, I didn't feel anything. Year before I had brake failure, should have won it. Year before that, we had a tyre pressure go wrong. So I felt like a broken record of excuses. So when I finally did win it, it was, oh, thank God for that. You know, I finally ticked a box.
It's more a sense of like relief than a sense of joy. It's very much more inside, feels like a sense of peace.
I just didn't remember it really. I just couldn't wait to get back to my family and all the team and just celebrate with them. So to win for the second time running was actually a lot better because I could milk it a bit more and actually take in the moment. So yeah, I'm a very lucky person to be in the position I am, and yeah, just thank everybody, all my sponsors and family for getting me here.
You're fighting for a championship, a give and take, you know. Is it better to finish second or is it better to crash?
Then there's a different putting it on the line where, say like me and Tommy at Brands in 2024, I was willing to put myself in hospital to try and win. So I was just, once I got in front, the whole last lap was brake as late as possible, pick up the throttle as early as possible, enter every corner as fast as possible. The whole 2-3 laps was just mental, and it was amazing that both of us got through the last 2 laps as we did. So that was putting it on the line for family, sponsors, all the work I've done for 20 years. I've never won a BSB before, so I put everything into that race. So if I fell off, at least I tried, but I didn't fall off, and then it was all worth putting it on the line.
They've all been closer to the edge than they'll ever fully admit, and every one of them chooses to go back. This is the last quiet moment before it starts.